we gather in the cosmos bright. Stars and ships take flight tonight, in the void where dreams do play. Soul citizens lead the way. Borders fade in nebula's light. Unknown worlds will chart tonight. Through the galaxy we soar. Endless journeys at our core. Borders fade in nebula's light. Unknown worlds will chart tonight. Through the galaxy we soar. Endless journeys at our core. Starry roads in endless skies. Soul citizens we rise. Charting courses never lost. Together the verses crossed. Squadrons call on the horizon. Battles fought, our hearts aren't frightened. In our ships we face the dawn. Soul citizens carry on. Oh, planets spin and light years fly. Boundless space where hopes reside. Brotherhood in every star. Soul citizens, here we are. Borders fade in nebula's light. Unknown worlds will chart tonight. Through the galaxy we soar. Endless journeys at our core. Starry roads in endless skies.
Fastcart, we live.
Citizens we rise. Charting courses never lost. Together the verses crossed.
Now say the poets is awesome. Quantum Vegas 2955 for Star Citizens Bar Citizen is today. We couldn't get the bar at the end of the universe because something about mice had it. So we got Vegas instead. So stay tuned, we got all kinds of stuff going on here. It's a 2-day event. Bar Citizen today, Quantum Vegas tomorrow. I'm hosting, a whole bunch of other people are hosting. Sandy is here, all kinds of people here. Area 15. We got citizens here already. Beam Eye Tracker. Commander, there we go, like that. Commander Fran in the house. Nick in the house. Yes. Star Citizen, Bar Citizen in the house at Area 15. Look at that.
07, fellas. 07. 07.
Bar Citizen in the house. Nick at night. Tyler from CIG. Like to go. Look, they're just on the stuff.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
New Star Citizen vehicle in the house. Yeah! Star Citizen in Vegas.
In Vegas.
Quantum Vegas 2955. We're about to start. This is the calm before the storm. And let's go see the crowd. So we got the registration. We got line out the door. Let's see. I heard it's out the door. It's out the door. Oh wait, no, here, go back over there. It's out the door! All right. International Bar Citizen in Vegas just makes sense. Day 2 is now Quantum Vegas 2955. We have our filming crew. We have line out the door. We have registration. Yes, and look at all these shirts. We got dope stuff and like very unique things. And then this place, Area 15, It's absolutely wild. Nice. Hi, how you doing? I'm the Poets.
Nobody saw that.
My co-host, Kim, EE Studios. If you're not familiar with cinema, go ahead and check it out. There you are. Sandy in the house? Whoa, there we go. I almost fell. So this is the green room just before the event. About to go on stage and have a blast for the next 10 hours? We'll see. I don't know. Beacon in the house. Oh, and we're giving away a Thrustmaster.
Thrustmaster.
The Soul. Soul 1?
Soul R.
Soul R. I'm sorry. Soul R1. And the crowd is starting to form.
Hey, greetings, everybody. Welcome back to the Soul Citizens. I'm GriffinGamingRPG, and we are back after being away for a week or two, attending Quantum Vegas 2955, and I'm joined today by several of the, I guess you could say, some of the people behind the scenes, actually, and in front of the scenes for that event. Special shout out to Galaxtica and DePoets. In fact, DePoets is here, so you all give a shout out to DePoets. Fastcart, throw a shout out for DePoets, please, in the chat, who is one of our co-hosts for the event. And we got a chance to just see some glimpses of what the Bar Citizen and the event were like, and we're going to be talking about that today. So we appreciate everybody who's here. Hope you guys have been doing well since we've been gone. I want to give some introductions to our guests today. I'm going to start with our guests, in fact, at the very top next to me. You guys know them as New Soul. We've got Fist to Face and Pops in Space. How you guys doing today?
Hanging in there.
Yeah? You guys rested? Have you recuperated from a week of being being away?
Not really. I'm still trying to get my sleep schedule back, but I'll find it.
Okay. Pops, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
You feeling okay?
Good.
All right, Pops is all right. So he must have slept on the plane on the way home. Okay, well, that's fair.
He did.
Yeah, he did. All right. Also, not really. Okay. Shout out to GoMob. Thank you for that subscription. 55 months. Oh, this is he's one of our old veteran backers, been around for a long time. Thank you, GoMob. Also joining us from the Soul team that are here, who are in front of the scenes this time. yoyoMeg. What's up, Meg? How are you?
Doing great.
Good. Have you recuperated? Have you gotten you back on your groove now? Or are you still a little wonky from the travels?
I'm good. It did take me a couple days. I was pretty exhausted, but yeah, I'm all good now.
Yeah, well, you got to stop spending all that money in the casino and staying up all night. You'd be all right.
Yeah,
That's what the problem was, right? And speaking of money, the one and the only GomabATL. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
You know, didn't go too hard in Vegas. I did get sunburn on my lips though.
Oh, ouch. Are you serious?
Exactly. Yeah, I was like, ow, like what? You know, I was like, this chapstick ain't working. Bad.
Yeah, well,
like that heat.
That's
that oppression.
Crazy. That is crazy. Radarid.
It wasn't oppressive, it was oppression.
It was oppression. Yeah, it was. It was pretty bad. Radarid, thank you for that community give sub. We appreciate that. For those of you who don't know, what GoMab is talking about is while we were in Las Vegas, the months of July and August are like their peak months for heat, and it was about anywhere from 108 to 111 most of the time we were there. Meg, I didn't see you wearing your hoodie. Why did you have your hoodie on out in Vegas? You normally have your hoodie on. It was a little too hot, right?
I just wanted to get a little tan.
You wanted to get a tan?
Yeah, an even tan.
Oh, okay, well, fair enough. Well, GoMob got his lips tanned a little bit, it seems, but fortunately where we were, it was air conditioned, and at least it was comfortable for most of us most of the time we were there, but it was hot when you went outside. Sinful Stripe, hey Sinful, good to see you. Thank you so much for the sub as well. Nick at Night, Nick, our good friend Nick from Bar Citizen International, thank you for dropping by. Also for the resub, thank you as well. We appreciate you guys being here today. It's really cool because some of the people that you guys see on the screen, as well as some of the people who are in our chat today, are people who did join us in Las Vegas, Nevada for our very first Quantum Vegas 2955. And so today we're going to be kind of taking you guys through a little walkthrough of what it was like to attend that day. Oh, wow. A treasure chain got started. Wow. Thank you, guys. Shimpasta. Shimpasta was there. Good to see you, Shimpasta. Thank you as well for that 25 months of subs. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And last but not least, I have to give some more shout outs to Fastcart FC, who was working behind the scenes on the crew. FC, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm not quite recovered. I mean, I still have nightmares about the heat, the oppressive heat. The days were 110. The nights were still 83. I'm from Boston. 83 is a hot day in the summer here. So yeah, not a pleasant time for me outside.
God.
I was rushing to get indoors.
Understandably. Literally. I got pesos. Thank you for the 5 community subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you again for that. We appreciate you being here, and of course, we thank you for your generosity. And then last but not least, one of the co-organizers of the event, one of my, I guess, the partners of 3 who have been working very diligently on this project, Serious Fun is here today with me. So Serious, how are you, my friend? Have you recuperated, or are you still kind of out of it?
Both. I have, I'm still a little bit out of it, and I have to recuperate to get things done. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But no, you know, I've done a lot of events,
Mm-hmm.
and working with you on this one was probably the most pleasurable out of all of them. So.
Oh, that's very sweet of you to say. I appreciate that. I truly enjoyed working with you, and also our third partner in crime, who is not here with us today, who's normally watching the show, and that's CC Creator. He was the smart person and went on vacation, and so he is actually on vacation now, resting, while Sirius and I are kind of closing out business for the next week at least. So we won't get to see him until next week. But maybe, I don't know if he's tuning in or not, because he's out in the desert, right? Is that Sirius? Am I correct? He's out in the desert.
Yeah, he's out in the desert, but he just smartly timed that, so it made a lot of sense. We didn't think as well as he did. So
okay, fair enough. Sinful, oh my God, thank you for the 5 community subs again. You guys are, oh my God, you guys have the treasure train level 5. You guys are so wonderful. Thank you for the generosity. We truly appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, because you guys keep this place going. So thank you so much for that. Okay, we've got a lot to cover. Again, our show today is kind of giving what we call the crew in review, talking about Quantum Vegas 2955. And so we're going to try to get as much in as possible. It was a 2-day event, beginning with Friday with the Bar Citizen, which was that evening and went very well. And then the next day was our full day event, which lasted, how many hours did it last? 9 hours. It was a 9-hour event. So it was, well, a little longer than that with registration. And for those of us who worked behind, yeah, it was all day. Yeah. And for those of us who worked behind the scenes, it turned into a 13-hour day. So it was a very long day. Marzipan, thank you so much for that Prime sub, 45 months hanging with us. We appreciate you being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, let's talk about this thing a little bit before we get into what happened. Sirius and I are going to give you guys a little bit of background. We started working on this idea for Quantum Vegas. I want to say it was like maybe it started spawning back in June of last year. Was when
definitely summer of last year.
It was summer. When I first
late spring, early summer.
Yeah, because I think it was right after I came back from Equinox, which I think was May, June in Columbus, Ohio. And I had spoken with a couple of people at that time because it'd been kind of percolating in my mind, but stuff comes and goes, and but when I went to Equinox, I ended up making connections with a couple of people. One of them was our good friend Starjump Grim, who was there. He was a guest speaker. Oh my God, Captain Jones.
Speaking of Captain Jones.
Captain Jones. What? Captain Jones, thank you so much for the 5 community gift subs. You guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You have no idea how much we appreciate you guys contributing and supporting us. We really, really appreciate it, especially after being gone for a week. So thank you so much for thinking of us. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so anyway, I talked to Star Jim Grimm and said, hey, I got something I want to talk to you about a little bit later. And then I also ran into Nick at Night, who was there, and he and I had a really good conversation while we were there. And I said, hey, dude, let's connect later. And I'm sure they probably heard, yeah, let's talk later stuff. But later on, we did come together. And after that, I talked with Serious Fun about this idea. And then the two of us talked about the business side of this, what it would take to kind of get something like this off the ground. And also CC Creator was another person that we had talked to. And so the three of us kind of at that point created a nucleus. Of course, we had to do all the things that you have to do to create a business and all the behind the scenes stuff. And then once that was formed, we started to reach out to folks in the community who we thought would not only be supportive, but also like-minded about the idea of creating an event that would be held in a place like Las Vegas. And what we wanted to create, even though there are other types of community events like Bar Citizens, we wanted to create something that was somewhere between a Bar Citizen, I guess, we would say, between a Bar Citizen and a Citizen Con. Is that kind of what it's supposed to fall in between, kind of?
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. With the idea of intimacy at the forefront of the experience.
Yeah. Because CitizenCon has grown so much. I mean, Meg, you were there a couple years ago. Gomab, you were there a couple years ago. Fist and Pops, you guys were there a couple. Matter of fact, everybody was here a couple years ago. In LA, we were at what was it, 2,800, maybe something like that. Do you remember, guys? Remember how many people were there in Los Angeles? I don't remember what it was.
A lot.
It was a lot, right?
I think Tyler said Tyler wouldn't give exact numbers, but I think when someone said 2,500, he confirmed that they were in the ballpark.
Yeah. And then we go to the UK the following year and we're closer to 4,000, right? And so as great as the events are, unfortunately, when they get to that scale, you start to lose a little bit of to your point, Sirius, the intimacy, right? Being able to connect not just with other backers, but even being able to connect with the people at Cloud Imperium. And we wanted to be able to create an event that people could, get a chance to talk with them, meet with them, be up close with them. Even the way we structured the room was designed so that people would feel close, right? And really feel a part of what was going on. And we wanted it to be interactive. We wanted the attendees to feel like they can contribute, participate. So as we go through the program today, we're going to kind of give you guys some insight. For those of you who couldn't be there, we're going to give you some insight to what the event was like. And hopefully from their viewpoint, they'll share those things with you. Also, people have asked, will there be, will the sessions be posted? And the answer to that is yes. Session 1 actually will be up live tomorrow. It's already edited and ready to go. That will go up on tomorrow. I think session 2 will go up on Wednesday. Session 3 will go up on Friday. And then maybe the final session will go up next weekend. But there were 4 sessions that we are going to post. And you'll find them on the Quantum Vegas website. Mad Style, oh my God, Mad Style out of nowhere. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you so much. 20 community gift subs. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. Captain Jones too. Thank you. If I didn't say that earlier, I know I said Captain Jones, but I can't remember if I said thank you. Thank you, Mad Style, and it's always good to see you here. Mad Style's all over the place in the community. He's on everybody's channels. Okay, so let's jump into it. Let me start, Fist. I'm going to start up with you up top, you and Pop, since you guys came together. Coming to Vegas. What made you decide to come to Vegas?
You.
Well, I mean, it's a trip, right? I mean, it was a first time event. There was not really anything that you could go by to say, yeah, we know the Griffin know what they're doing. So, what got you guys to come out? And like I said, you guys came from the East Coast, so no small task.
Right. Just being honest, I mean, we kind of heard about the event and we were kind of like, but then when you came to us, and it spoke to us about, being a part of the team and the staff and everything and, understand how the way it was going to run, we was like, okay, cool, and seeing how the way, you presented to us how the event was going to be. And just like Serious Fun said, the intimacy of the event, I was like, wow, okay. So that's what drew me into coming to Vegas.
Okay. And how was you guys' trip, Pops? Was it okay when you guys got on the plane? Did everything go okay? Some people ran into problems. How was you guys' flight coming in?
It was bumpy, and I made the worst mistake of all, watching Independence Day while the plane was shaking. Don't do that.
Don't do that. See, Pops, you
Don't
got to
do
know the
that.
trick is to get on the plane and go to sleep before you get out of the gate. That's how you dodge all that,
Mhm.
right? That's what you got to do. I'm going like that, brother. I don't waste any time, you know.
I got explosions going on in my ear. The plane is bobbing up and down. There wasn't no sleep.
Yeah, surround sound. That's all right. That's good. Good effects.
It's a 40x experience. Like
Yeah.
the movie
Exactly. Exactly. Meg, how about you? You came up also. What day did you get there?
Got there Thursday morning.
Okay. So you had a couple days in Vegas. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how was the flight? Everything went okay for you?
Yeah, the flight was great. It was actually the first time me and my wife flew together on a plane. We were older, what we needed to bring and whatnot, but
everything went okay.
Super chill. Yeah,
nice.
And I think like 2 days prior, you can wear your shoes through security, so even more chill. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was nice.
That's good. I'm glad you had a good experience. Let me know how it is to fly first class, and because I didn't fly like you guys did, so let me know how that was.
Definitely.
Okay. Go Mob, coming from the south and the east. How was your flight coming in?
It was I know the trick. Like I said, I was knocked out before we pushed away from the gate, and then I wake up when we even out and watch some movies, drank some drinks, and it was a relatively smooth flight.
Was smooth
got in Friday.
Okay.
Just do the stuff in the room, sent you a text. You were surprised. I was like, I was surprised. I've been telling y'all I was coming.
You know what? There's so much going on that I for some reason or other, you and I usually connect and talk ahead of time. And probably because I didn't think you were coming, because if I knew you were coming, I'd have put you to work. So since I didn't think about it that way, and then when you're like, oh, Go Mob, I'm like, Go Mob's here. And they're like, yeah, he said he was coming. I'm like, I don't know how I lost track of that. So, okay.
Hey, it's all good. I got to experience it as a member of the community and see it firsthand and hear what the people had to say. And it was an awesome experience.
Okay.
Outside of feeling like I was in an easy bake oven every time I stepped outside.
Yeah, that heat.
Don't worry, I'll be back up there in like 2 weeks.
You gotta go back. Another event. Oh gosh. Yeah. Oh my God. Drakazogs. Thank you, Drakazogs. Thank you so much for that sub. 45 months. Appreciate you. Thank you as always. Thank you. Fastcart, how about you? You got there when, and how was your trip coming in?
I got in Thursday morning, and before I begin, I just want to say, see, when I told New Soul about the Vegas, when we were publicly talk about it, they weren't interested in going. But once Griffin said, "Oh yeah, we're going out," I was like, "Okay, I see how it is." But my flight in. See, I had an early morning flight, so I decided to not mess with the public transportation coming into the airport. So I stayed at the airport overnight. I got there around 11:30 p.m. Stayed overnight. It got cold in the airport because the airport is designed. The AC is designed for people when there's 1,000 people in the terminal. So it got cold overnight. So I'm glad I bought my jacket, but that jacket was useless for the rest of the weekend. Other than that, there was no turbulence for me when I got in. The landing was kind of bumpy. I don't know what the pilot was up to, but it was kind of bumpy. But other than that, I got lost in the airport. That was my first time in Vegas. I had to find what the blue line was, and then I had to get my luggage, and then from there it was smooth sailing until I went outside.
Okay, till you hit the heat, right? I know. Okay. And Sirius, you and we caught each other Thursday night. I was coming from a Vegas show, and you were had just said, I just landed. What happened with you? Because you had didn't you have some kind of issues coming in, or no? Am I remembering correctly?
No, I was good. I was good. You were going to get there Thursday morning. I was getting there Thursday night. And it was nice to see you and your wife over at my hotel. We were able to greet and meet up and talk about strategy for Friday, and that was great.
Okay. So you're all right.
Problem. Even though I'm 6'7", I got an aisle seat, put my feet in the aisle, went to sleep. So
Okay, so that's
You were the
fine.
reason nobody could get no snacks. You was blocking the carts.
I slow down the tray. I slow down the track.
Them flappers out in the aisle, they couldn't get the cart past you. They was too scared to wake you up, huh?
That's funny. All right. Well, everybody seemed to have a good time. I had the same thing too. I had the turbulence coming in, but you know, I went on ahead and closed my eyes and wrote it out, and we got in safe. I got there. In fact, I got there a few minutes before Fastcart did. I was in the Uber when he was getting off the plane, so we were just a few minutes difference in time when we got there. But otherwise, everything was pretty good. So that went well. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into the day. Hopefully, I can get this to run because I got so many screens and images here. Bear with me for one moment. Un momento. Let's start out with Friday, the Bar Citizen. Well, let's see. Before we did the Bar Citizen, we all got together and had lunch together, right? I forgot about that.
Correct.
We went in by the invitation of our good friend Almost Over, who challenged us to meet him at a sushi restaurant. And we all went there and ate. Okay, all I'm going to do is say up, yes or no. Fist, was it worth it?
Yeah.
It was okay. You're okay, Pops?
It was a
yeah, okay, Pops. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Meg, how about you? Did you and Kai enjoy the sushi place?
Heck yeah. We always love eating sushi.
You're down? Okay. All right. Let's see. Sirius didn't make it. FC Gomab didn't make it. FC, you were there. And you had you
and the service was great. I got to give props to the service.
okay, but you weren't a sushi person. No.
No, not really. No.
All right. So you guys make sure you.
But I liked it.
Okay. All right. Well, make sure you all ship all your sushi to Fastcart. All right. We'll give you his mailing address later on so you can send it to him. All right. Okay. Let's talk about Bar Citizen Friday night. And anybody who wants to jump in on this, let's talk about Bar Citizen. We're just going to show some images. Meg, I'm going to defer to you, and I'll work my way back the other way with these other folk. Because you were there Friday night, right?
I was.
Okay. Yeah. Give me some thoughts on Bar Citizen that night. Or the venue, if you want to talk about that, whatever, was it what you expected?
Yeah, the venue was what I expected.
Okay.
Super colorful, lots of lights, a lot of things to do, which was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bar Citizen portion, I'm not really a yapper IRL, so I was definitely nervous, but people were super cool, and enough people came up to me, which made things easier. And I try to go up to other people, but yeah, even if you didn't want to, there was plenty of stuff to do and places to like veer off to if you wanted to like catch your breath or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely liked it. It was also inside, which that alone made it worth it.
Yeah, because technically we were supposed to also use the bar outside, so thankfully we were able to be inside because it was hot, even at 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock in the evening. It was hot. Yeah.
The only down part was I did not realize until they handed me the waters that the waters were $9 each.
Oh yeah,
That was crazy.
yeah.
But,
yeah, now you know about Vegas. Now you know about Vegas, right? I mean, now that you've been there, everything about Vegas is just expect to spend money. I don't care where you go.
Everything also has a hack.
Yes.
So you buy one water, and then over in the bathrooms back by Portal, there was a filtered water bottle, water fill station.
Right.
So
there you go. She still got the bottle. Cool. Yeah, she kept the bottle. Nice.
Got that hack.
Nice. She figured it out. Let's see. Pops in space. I won't say it's Pop's hand. Is that Pop's hand? Is Pops the culprit on that one? I think that's Pops being the culprit on that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Best picture of the night.
That's Pops being a culprit there. Okay. All right. Pops, tell us about you. What did you think about Bar Citizen night?
I enjoyed it. I'm a real introvert. So seeing Gomab, Yo-Yo, Sirius, and Sinful really helped me out. We danced a little bit. We had a great time. We made other people dance with us. So I had a ball.
Good. Fist, what about you?
Oh man, it was good. You know, I had to kind of like adjust myself because it felt like the days of clubbing, like the music was just so loud.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just like, oh my God, okay, yeah, this because I'm used to used to listening to music at a lower volume,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So when it was just booming, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But other than that, you know, as far as the night's concerned, the venue was great, you know. Sinful and my pops, seeing them on the video,
Mm-hmm.
watching them dance with each other, and the best night, I didn't even see that picture. That's the best picture ever right there. You got to send me that one. That's the best picture ever. Fastcart's face blocked out. I can't see it. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Okay.
It's funny he says that, and he's a DJ and a producer, so you know when he's producing, he's blasting it so you can hear every note.
No, actually, no. I mean, that's what I'm saying, because actually, they teach you mix at lower volume.
Yeah. In other words, he's getting old. He's getting old. That's what he's saying, Go Mob. He can't take the noise no more. That's all it is. Yeah. FC, what about you? Bar Citizen, the night that night. There's a lot of stuff happened that night. So what did you think about it?
Yeah, I got there around 5:30, and I was immediately put to work. I was a greeter, and people can see me and know where to enter from. I had to direct some people just to not block the entrance, face, and you know, people direct people inside, and some people who weren't a part of the event thought I was a bouncer. I'm like, ow, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they decided to come in anyway and get that, because I mean, I don't know if we talked about this year, but you know, this was the outward bar. It looked like a piece of OSN underneath a glowing tree. I was a little bit worried when I discovered there were black lights all over the place, but I checked my clothes and everything looked fine, so it was good.
Okay, cool. Go Mob. Your thoughts about the Bar Citizen?
I mean, it was at a bar, man. What else can you ask for? No, it was it was real cool seeing everybody. You know,
name some people you got to talk to. Who are some people you got a chance to talk with?
Oh, I got to reconnect with you guys, of course. You know, you Cap, got alwaals the highlight of my trips. Seeing Meg. You know, my brothers Fitzface and Pops, you know, running to the degenerates of Test Squadron in there. We got to meet Almost Over. What's going on, brother? You know, CC, catching up with him. You know, it was cool. You know, always cool catching up with you, the poets. You know, it just the community in general, man. That's what this was all about. You know, to me, this event was more about connecting with the community than it was about the game, to be honest with you. And so, you know, kicking it off that first night, man, and just being immersed in it, it was, you know, you owe me nothing, sir. You owe me nothing.
Fair enough.
Oh, and Sin, nice to meet you too.
Yeah. Cool. Serious, how about you? I know we were kind of hustling and doing a whole lot that day, and by the time we got there, things had kind of kicked off.
Getting there fashionably late, that was nice. A lot of what everybody said, get to meet everybody again or for the first time face to face. You know, Area 15 is what's called location-based entertainment, and I used to run a lot of those types of venues. And so I had a little PTSD from walking in the door. I started looking like I was managing, right, with the manager's eye, right? So you start looking at where people are positioned and how long it take to get your drink and all this other stuff. And I had to let some of that go, you know, and just enjoy the night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I found that the venue, the layout, the experience, our ability to occupy Oddwood Bar, everything was great. I had an outstanding experience that night up until we went outside, and then I was done. It's time for bed.
The sun was sitting right here. It was like right here.
Yeah, I would have to say that to your point, you know, even though maybe because we were still thinking of trying to make sure everything was good, right? That things were going good. But shout out to Nick at Night from Bar Citizen International. He pulled together volunteers. They were outside to greet people. They had QR codes for folks to be able to check in on Discord so that later when CIG did their giveaways, folks were able to claim their giveaways. CIG gave out a bunch of the codes that night for the Vanduul. What's the thing called? The Vanduul hologram? Is that what it was, guys?
Hologram mask.
The hologram mask. People just seem to have a good time. I know I got out of there about 11 o'clock that night, and folks were still kind of hanging out. But even at 10 o'clock at night, it was hot. It was hot outside, even at 10 o'clock at night. Did any of you guys win anything that night? Did anybody win anything? Because I know there were almost that night.
I was like 2 numbers off.
Okay.
You know,
I was one number off. They called 68. Yeah, they called 68.
Yeah, no one.
And of course I had 69, so it wasn't nice for me for one.
Oh, okay.
What number did you ever win?
I had 69.
Okay. Well, the poet said that he won a C2, but he ended up giving it away, which was very nice. That's really cool. People in the community often do that. Cool. You know, if they've got something, they'll say, hey, you know, throw it back in the pot, and which is always nice when people do stuff like that. But yeah, I'm glad folks had a good time. Here's some shots here. I know that Gomab, you mentioned about the test squadron. There's Gomab in that shot there with some of the testies, and even Radarid representing Atlas, the defense industries was there. Quite a few folks there that night. Folks having a good time. That's our third partner there on the far left there. That's CC Creator. If you guys are wondering who that is, who's part of the team that helped with the organizing of this event. And just a lot of
shout out to CC Creator. Sorry, I just got to get that in.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of good folks that were there, and it was really, really a good time. There's the person on the left there that is Jorge, who runs CLX, who's over the computer company. He was there. CLX was one of our sponsors for the event. He was there. That's Vaverick sitting there next to him, sitting there with Vaverick from Test Squadron as well. Some of the other folks here, hopefully I can name everybody here. There's Red Monster SC on the left. As you guys know, Tyler Wick in there in the front. In the back, that's Guns and Glue. There's Red Wolf from Test Squadron, DePoets himself there, and Apollo Knot, all in that shot there. I can't believe I'm remembering half of these names. But a lot of folks that came out. There's Meg there. Meg, give us names. Who's everybody who's there? Who's all the folks we got there in your group?
That's Anansi, Britt, and then Khadija.
Woo! All right. Very cool. Lots of folks came out for that for the Bar Citizen. And that's DG over there on the right, who was one of the people who was instrumental to us being able to make things happen for the event. He lives in Las Vegas. Paul Shelley there, along with, I can't think of the guy's name. Space Cowboy with the hat. I can't remember the other two guys' names. The one guy on the left there had breakfast with us that Sunday morning at Hashagogo with the white shirt there. But some new faces, some old faces, and a lot of faces that were there that day. So it was a pretty fun night. Pardon the blue and purple colors, but the folks here can tell you that the whole place was purple, blue, and black lighting. And so you're not going to get too much natural skin colors out of these photos here. This is when we went outside for the giveaways. Everybody came outside in the sweltering heat. It was probably about 96 degrees, maybe 95, 96 degrees around that time. There's FC. FC's riding as usual. And here we've got our good friend Geo, who was there also, Sub-Geo, and also with Red Wolf from Test Squadron. Actually, they're both testies. And then last but not least, I think this is our final shot from folks that were there that day. One of the great surprises we had there is the gentleman on the left. For those of you who've been a part of our virtual Bar Citizens, you would recognize him as Din Daniel, who worked at CIG. And he came out and was out of the LA office, and he came out and hung out with us. Always a great time to see him. He's been always supportive of everything that we do. And he contacted me like a week before and said, Griff, I'm going to be out at your event. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool. Because we were talking about you. We hadn't talked to you in a little bit. So we were so happy to see him come out. And he is, like I said, he's always been a supporter of us whenever we've done any type of community events as an employee at Cloud Imperium Games. So that was the Bar Citizen. It was a fun night. We were there from 6:30 till, I don't know what time folks left. Does anybody know how late they stayed?
Yeah, I was gonna say, chat. Let us know what time was the latest that you left.
Yeah.
Because I left it around 11.
You know, time means nothing in Las Vegas. So I mean, it just all becomes time. It's no longer circular. It just becomes a meatball.
Yeah.
Intoxication at that point in time. So.
Agreed. You're right about that.
I don't know about you, but my body said it was time to go to the hotel at 10 o'clock. My feet
You weren't drinking enough. You weren't drinking.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. Well, DePoets is right. He said he was in bed by 11. I didn't go to bed till about 2:30 because they had to be up. We had a crew call that morning at 6 a.m. So a lot of us had to go ahead and hit the bed as fast as we could because we knew we were going to have to turn back around and come back that morning. So it was definitely a busy day. So let's hope all these cues come up right because we've got a lot of stuff to look at here. That was the Bar Citizen. I think we already talked about some of that. Let me go here. And let's start off with the day that morning. We, as I said, had a crew call at 6 a.m. We were at the venue at Area 15. We had to unload. We only had 2 hours to try to get the bulk of everything done because registration started at 8 a.m. Now, I will tell you this was a unique situation because even though we had done as much prepping as possible, all this work was done remotely. We had only gone to the venue back in April. CC Creator and I had gone there in April to walk through the place, but no one from our crew had ever worked at this particular this location. So we got there at 6 a.m. We had to do setup, get everything ready. And as you guys know, for those of you who were there, it was a very visual kind of thing. And so there was a lot of work that had to be done for that. But we had an amazing crew of people who really worked hard to make this event ready. It was a 9-hour event that we got ready within 2 hours. And we didn't even get a chance to do a run through. We were supposed to do a run through before the show started. We didn't get a chance to do it. But I mean, things, as far as I'm concerned, I think we did okay as far as getting things started. We started on time, which was great, which was important to us to be on time. No CP time. We wanted to be right on time with getting things kicked off. So, Gomab, what you got?
I'll just have to say something. And I don't know if the right time to say it or not, but
yeah,
the feedback that I've gotten from multiple people that were in attendance, they were surprised, genuinely surprised that this was the first time this event has happened. Because of how smoothly everything went, how it flowed, and how polished the it just flowed throughout the day. So like I know you're saying, oh, we didn't get a chance to do the run throughs and stuff, but hats off to the producers of this, because to everybody that was there, it went off so smoothly that they feel like you guys have been doing this for years. So I just wanted to make sure you were aware of that feedback there.
Well, I will give you a little leak, and thank you for those people who felt that way. We have been doing this for years. We just have not done this for years. So the good thing is I was surrounded by people with experience who have done events and larger scale events than what we did that day. And so, you know how it is, Gomab. You surround yourself with a team of people, right, who know what they're doing, and you can pull it off, right? And so even though this was our first community event, live event at this, I have to say that I was surrounded by people with great experiences. And even many of our people on our crew were people who had either computer, camera, technical backgrounds, along with the people that we hired in to do work as well. So we were surrounded by experience and people because we wanted to be able to present something that was really, really special for the community. And hopefully they felt that. But we did put out a survey yesterday, and we are open to hear what things could be better, because we know that there's always things can be better. But thank you for those people who enjoyed what was presented at the event. Let's go ahead and talk about this. 7:30, the speakers, the co-hosts, and our guests from CIG arrived. We had a green room available for them. We also had a room for the volunteers to be able to be in so that they could have a place to get snacks and get ready for that morning. There was a photo here. We had some people that we brought back, some of the sponsors who were able to come back and meet with both the hosts and these guest speakers, which was Starjump Grimm, from Starjump Station, and also Nathan Ellis from EE Studios, along with Tyler Whitkin from CIG, Galactica from CIG, Sean Tracy from CIG, and Sandy Roberts from CIG. Paul Shelley was there as a moderator also. Also in the shot is Daniel Raymond from Ray's Guide, who was also one of our moderators. Serious Fun was one of our moderators. And I hope I got everybody that was doing something. And DePoets was also a co-host and moderator. And Kim Ellis was also one of our co-hosts as well. So you've got a lot of folks in that shot there that are hanging out there.
Another thing about this particular shot was one of the things that we had were sponsorship tiers. And so I appreciated how the layout of the venue and the green room experience in particular made some of the fulfillments for sponsors very straightforward, right? So putting sponsors in the same place with certain folks so that they could have an organic, reasonable conversation with certain folks was part of our fulfillment of our sponsor requirements, and we were able to do that with CLX and Beam Eye Tracker and others. So kudos to Griff and CC, who went out in April and really saw the flow and what was really possible for the event in multiple dimensions, right? The sponsor experience, the attendee experience, right? All of that, VIP experience, etc.
Yep. Okay, well, like I said, there were a lot of people in the room. We're going to cover some of these other folks as we kind of go along with the thing. So let's go ahead and kick off with our very first session. Doors open up at 8 o'clock. We started letting folks come in about 8:40 that morning. Let's see, we had folks in line. I think the people who got there early were the ones that were fortunate. They were able to be inside and not out in the outside where the heat was. The door did go out, the line did go outside. We tried to get people in as quickly as possible. Fastcart was working registration, right? FC, you're bringing them in. He was bringing them in one by one, and folks that came in got a lanyard, they got an ID, they got a challenge coin, they got a T-shirt, they got coupons for one of our sponsors, which was it Beamware? Serious Beamware? Yeah. Is that right? Serious?
Yeah, the Beam Eye Tracker from Eyewear, right?
The
Beam Eye Tracker.
Eyewear, yeah.
Yep. And
as a matter of fact, it was called the I-beam registration table. So you got the little cloth there for them.
Yep, they were the sponsor for our registration there for that day. And oops, that was weird. Why did that kill everything? I don't know what happened there. I know there's supposed to be one more photo there for some reason. I don't know why that killed everything. But let's see if I can bring that image back up. There we go. The registration took us we went over a little bit on that. I think the last person kind of came in about 9:10, 9:12. But we got most of the people in by the time that part of the thing started. Sirius, was there anything else you want to share about registration before we move on beyond that?
Other than, everybody seemed really pleased. It didn't seem like weather sometimes makes me grumpy. But it seemed like everybody was just enthusiastic and optimistic and excited to see what we were going to present, and had a lot of patience as a result for our process.
Yep.
And I think they were also pleased. A lot of people, the reaction on their face when they got the challenge coin, and the challenge coin was numbered, right? And we made sure that they knew that the challenge coin was one of the ways that they were going to get opportunities for giveaways throughout the day. I think people were, and Fastcart can say yes or no whether he agrees with this or not. I think people were genuinely pleased with the process. That's the way that they were presenting to me. So.
Yeah. One thing I also, what?
I thought people were happy to see me. No, they were just happy to get out the heat and finally be able to sit down.
Yeah, probably.
Crazy was for me.
Yeah. Also, I want to mention this. Pops and Fist were on the crew along with us too. Gomab and yoyoMeg were there as participants, as attendees. But Fist and Pops, we actually worked with them to be able to provide all the music. The day was filled with music, sound effects, all types of stuff. And they worked very diligently for months to pull together soundtrack stuff for effects when you hear different things that come up. And you'll see this when you watch some of the videos. But also, whenever we had breaks, they provided music lists of great music and stuff for folks to listen to in the background. And they also helped out with technical things as well. So this was all a part of what was going on at the beginning. They were in the room with us working. Sirius was running around. I was running around. But then we got ready to kick off the show, and things kicked off right at 9 o'clock, as I said, with opening with DePoets and Kim Ellis. They were our co-hosts, our hosts and co-hosts, or they were co-hosting together, I should say. And they basically introduced all the segments, kind of kept the show going, had fun with it over that period of time. Kim is known for doing the voice of Ava Huxley in EE Studios Machinima, the Huxley Group, and their Overclock series. And so it was nice to see her in person there. And as you guys know, DePoets is well known for doing a lot in social media on the tech end of things, as well as his participation in the Star Citizen community. So it was great to have both of them kind of bantering it up on stage as they introduced all the different segments that took place. How did they do, guys? Did they do okay as hosts and co-hosts and co-hosts, whatever they were, hosts and co-hosts or co-hosts? They did I.
No. I think they both killed it. It was a great combination of personalities. They kept everything moving forward, and they kept it energetic and lively, and they kept the crowd engaged. So hats off to the poets and
Kim.
What's her name again?
Kim.
And Kim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kim.
Okay.
You guys. They did your damn thing. You need a talk show. Maybe you can take over Steve Harvey from Family Feud or something.
Poets and Kim in the morning.
Yep. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Let's go into the. Yeah, go, Pops. Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I just wanted to say that DePoets is DePoets. He's A plus. Kim, I asked her. I asked Kim. I said, "How many times have you done this?" She said, "Never."
Yeah.
I was blown away.
Yep.
I was like, wow. Her and their chemistry they just went back and forth between the two of them. I thought it was fantastic.
Well, we thought it was important too because Kim, though she's done the machinima work, she is not a Star Citizen player. She has very little knowledge about the game itself. And so we wanted to partner her with someone who did have some background and understanding about the game. And I think they complemented each other very well. I think it worked out very well, like you said, Pops. I'm going to go to Meg first on this one and Gomab because they were attendees at this point. And our first session was serious fun and Sean Tracy. And I know, Gomab, you had told me you had some time to actually talk with Sean just outside of this arena too. But let me go to Meg first for the first session. Meg, how did you feel about the very first session we had there with Sean Tracy?
Well, I was a bit late, so I missed
you missed that
part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I did think that it was great what I did get to catch.
Okay.
Yeah, and I heard Sean Tracy thanking Sirius for the way he was moderating that portion. And I agree. I don't know. I feel like I would stumble over my words a lot, but you did a really good job. So yeah, I think it went really well. I enjoyed listening to what I was able to get.
Cool. Now, if Meg compliments you, you must have did good, Sirius. All right. If she's giving you a shout out, you must have did good. Gomab, how about you for that session?
No, first of all, Cap, you did a great job, man, on moderating that, keeping it engaging. Even Sean commented on the fact that that's outside of his comfort zone, and you were able to put him in a place where he was comfortable and it felt conversational and natural for him. So kudos to you and how you were able to do that, because that is a mark of a great moderator. Two, with Sean, dude, it was he's one of us, right? And that was the important piece, right? He loves games. He's passionate about this industry, and he's passionate about what he's doing. And he's earned his stripes, his spot in our respect and patience.
Definitely.
Right? And he kept it real. He says, look, there's some things that happen that I didn't necessarily agree with, but I work for a company, so I got to do what I got to do. But I've been pushing and fighting for you guys, and the stuff that you've gotten has been because I've been fighting on the back end. So get off my back and let me hook. And I appreciated him, shedding some light on a lot of that stuff. Man, people can us gamers on the outside, even us backers, we only go off of what we know.
Yeah,
and the things that we don't know could fill an ocean.
Yeah.
So it's good to kind of get a glimpse on some of that. So
Very
I enjoyed
true.
this session.
Sirius, since you did the interview on it, was there anything you wanted to mention that came out of that for you?
No, other than I just appreciated that Sean felt comfortable enough to tell more of the fullness of his story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when he started talking about, and you know, you all can see this on Monday when we upload the session. If you missed this particular piece, but when he started talking about his injury in the military and how that essentially put him in a position where all he could do was something like gaming.
Mm-hmm.
And that led to a whole career after that.
Mm-hmm.
That was something I did not know about Sean. And so the fact that he felt comfortable getting up on the stage and sharing that with everybody, I thought was sort of emblematic and characteristic of what we were trying to do with this event in terms of intimacy and connection with people that, you know, to Gomab's point, you see them, you sort of want to yell at them, you sort of want to hold them accountable, but they were able to sort of pull the curtain down on some of that and build that human to human relationship, which I think Quantum can be known for. So that was great that happened.
Yeah. And just so you guys will know, if people want to know, did Sean share anything that was, you know, that we haven't heard? I would tell you the answer to that is yes. There is a nugget that he does drop in that session. So I'm not going to say what it is. I'll tell you to watch the video when it comes out tomorrow and see if you can find what it is. He says it's coming up fairly soon within the game, but I think it's something.
You like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Yeah, like and subscribe. But fair enough. Again, this was a really good session. Here's a photo here of Nick. We did giveaways between virtually every break. I think almost every break that we did, there were like 13 breaks or something like that, or 12 breaks that we did those different sessions for. Once again, here's Sirius and Sean on stage again, having a good laugh for a moment. And after that, we went into what we call the community meet and greet. Once again, Kim and the poets came on stage. They gave instructions to folks. Starjump Grim actually created a one-of-a-kind exclusive poster specifically for this event. It was the only poster he's ever made that has every ship in Star Citizen on it. And he created it specifically for this event. He provided several hundred of them to the event, and I think there were like 300 of them. And everybody who came got one. And in the process of them getting them, they were able to go around. We set up tables, and they were able to meet the hosts. They were able to meet the guest speakers that were there, and they were able to meet with the people from CIG. And we spent about 40 minutes, 45, actually went longer than that because we extended the time so that they could meet everybody. Once again, we said this earlier, we wanted this to be kind of an intimate kind of thing where folks get to connect. And so they got a chance to speak with folks, take photos, selfies with them. We had banners up on the wall that we had created specifically for the event so that people could take photos and have some really nice images to take back with them. And this went on for about a good 50 minutes. And in fact, we ran out of time, to be honest with you, doing it. Folks were enjoying conversations. Anybody got any comments or thoughts on this meeting, or did you talk to anybody specifically at the event?
No, unfortunately, I was so much into working.
Yeah, you were working. Yeah, I know you. We were working.
So
yeah, we were working. Yeah, we were. You know something funny? I didn't get a poster.
Oh, hold on. Let me time in real quick. So I got to send a shout out to Gomab, my man, for giving me a poster because he got me a poster. I was at the registration table this whole time, so I missed all this. So thank you, Gomab, for getting me a poster. I appreciate it.
I'm missing a lot of stuff. I don't have a shirt. I don't have a poster. I don't have nothing. I got robbed. I know. I got robbed. Right. I got robbed. Meg, did you?
I'm sorry. I figured you would have had one. I was going around. I was one of the things during this time. Even though y'all didn't put me to work, I put myself to work, going around making sure everybody had a poster.
Nice. That was great. Thank you. That was extremely thoughtful because Gomab's always looking out for us. He did the same thing in LA when we were out there. Meg, did you get to talk to anybody in particular?
Yeah, I got to talk to Starjump.
Okay. That was the first time you met, right? That was the first time you met him?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't think I met. Yeah, he didn't make it to LA, right?
Right. He wasn't there. He was supposed to.
Many of us met
Yeah,
him.
he was supposed to come, but he couldn't make it at the last minute. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a pretty cool experience, and I got him to sign my Star Jump poster, which I'm
Nice.
super excited to put up.
Nice.
And he has some stickers and stuff too. So I got a Pioneer sticker.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I have extras if you missed. Did you miss out on one?
I missed. I know. You had to send it to me. You hang on to it. I'm just like, dang, I missed out on everything. Jeez, oh Pete. He's very cool, isn't he? I mean, he's like who he
really
is,
cool.
right? He's really just a cool dude.
I don't think I've met a person yet who isn't how they appear to be online, which is really nice. Like people are really genuine from the SC community.
Yep. Very true.
In real life, I'm quiet. I'm really quiet in real life.
Oh Lord.
Oh
Lord.
I think I need to step away from my computer because that lightning about to hit Gomab comes to the internet. I'll hit all of us.
Knock everybody's system out. I know. So on that picture there, we've got Commander Francois, who's with Beacon Events. He was also there and helped with some of the giveaways from Thrustmaster in particular. And here's a table with CIG folks, Sean and Sandy, and you can see the banners in the background where folks are taking photos and stuff there. Just a good time for folks to connect, and people seem to really enjoy the opportunity to get to not just meet the people who were speaking, but even just talking with other folks and taking photos during that period of time. So
now I did take video though of that session. I was walking around.
You did. You got some stuff. You got a little bit of stuff.
When you gonna put the video? When you gonna put the video up?
That's good.
Right now, I'm working on.
You got enough stuff. Yeah, you got work to do.
I have to do that.
See, you got enough work. All right, so the next session after that was actually the session that I led, and here's something else. Not only do I not have a poster, not only do I not have a shirt, I don't even have a picture of myself speaking at my own event. Okay, so I'm just going to throw this generic shot up right here. Okay, the photographer actually did not get a picture of me speaking at the event. So there is video though. The video team, of course, recorded everything. So, but I was going through the photos and there wasn't anything there. This is a photo with Serious Fun and Sean still up. But what I did was a session that was an open session for everyone that was there to talk about what we felt we wanted CIG to make their priority. I think there were like, how many options were there, Serious? About 50 options on the list, roughly. Do you remember how many it was? 45. Yeah, they had 45 things to choose from. And Sirius introduced a program that we called Slido, which allowed the audience to take a shot of a QR code and they could vote. They could do, once again, we said we wanted this to be interactive. So the audience could vote. We could do surveys all in real time. And so when we presented these questions, it was like, what would you like to see CIG prioritize? Well, it flooded. All these things came up on the screen and then put them into a nice little list of what was first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, all the way to whatever. And I think we took like the top 6. We didn't get through all of them because folks were so into having the conversation and talking about what they would like to see done in the game. Yes, fishing was on the list, Red Wolf. Fishing was on the list that folks talked about all types of stuff that day. So we burned through that time very, very quickly. But that was the session that I led. Let's see. We'll do one more, then we're going to take our lunch bar break. We'll take our commercial break.
A really good session, by the way.
Yeah.
And it was nice. Obviously, like the event kind of felt like let's hear from CIG a little bit, but it's like y'all were saying, which I didn't realize was the point of the event, was like community and like getting to talk to people. So having the audience actually participate in a lot of the panels was really freaking cool.
Yeah,
like it's one thing to like sit there and listen, but to involve the community and have people not just like sit there and complain, but give reasons. Like obviously, I'm not going to spoil everything, but the way you did that was great, and I hope to see more of that in the future.
Yeah, to your point, and thank you for that. We really did want that voice. You know, that's how we've been right here with Soul Citizens, right? We want to hear the voice of the community, and we wanted to give them, because like you said, to sit there all day in just nothing but sessions and stare at a screen and listen to other people all day, that's CitizenCon, right? So we wanted it to be something that was a lot more interactive and that people felt like they had some participation in, and hopefully that's the way they felt when that session was done. Okay. And then our last session for that morning was a session that we called the Mission Builder Showdown. This was kind of a spin off of, for those of you who were around a long time ago when there was the last great starship, this was a session that we set up where people came in and they took a raffle number at the beginning. And if their number was called, they would get placed on a team of 3. There were 3 teams that had 3 people on each team, and they would be assigned for their lunch hour and even going into a little bit later to create a mission for Star Citizen. We gave them some very basic things to start with, and then after that, they had to create a mission. And they worked really, really, really hard for the mission builder session. And I will have to say that one of the people who participated in that, we're lucky enough to have with us today, and that is yoyoMeg. yoyoMeg, Meg, why don't you tell them? Don't tell them the end result, but tell them how it started. Because you got called into a team, and they were working with people that they never been with before either. So you had to work with some strangers, right?
Yes, I didn't know anybody from my team.
Okay.
But yeah, what do I say without saying? Like, they pulled. We had raffle tickets, I think.
Right, when you came in the door.
Tickets. You had the option to either go up on stage or pass. A few people passed, but Khadija actually had the ticket that I used. She didn't want to go up, so I used it and I went up on stage. Yeah, then they split us up. I don't know what to say without spoiling things.
Yeah, well, you could tell what the process was, right? Because then we told you guys got your assignment, and then you all went to lunch and grabbed food, and then you came back in and worked, right?
Yeah. So they split us up into teams of 3, 3 teams of 3. We were assigned a planet, a mission giver, and we were to create a mission. And so 3 random people, a planet, a mission giver, have fun. And so yeah.
Now you guys not only worked through lunch, but you actually, even when we came back for trivia and stuff, you guys were still back there working, right? When we were doing the trivia section after lunch. Weren't you all still back there drawing stuff?
So, yeah. I was there for a minute.
Yeah, I know you hit the marker. Yeah, you were the one that was doing all the scribe work back there in the back, with your group. Okay. So anyway,
other stuff too is good.
Yeah. Go ahead, FC.
I just want to mention, like, I took a break around 1 or 12:30. I forget what time I took a break, but I decided to go around the venue floor. And I saw Meg and working feverishly with the market. I had no idea what was going on. I didn't know that they were working on a mission. So I just looked at her, and she looked so intent and so busy. I didn't want to mess with her and say hi or whatnot. So I just went on my way. I know she told me go buy you, Meg. But I saw you working really hard on that thing.
Yeah, they really did work. They really did work. I mean, and I was surprised that you all worked even past the lunch break. I guess everybody was trying to get it all together at the end.
Yeah, the other teams as well. Yeah, and then again, not to like spoil anything, but the time limits were still good. Like that's what I'm also impressed with, because you give some Star Citizens just like an open open-ended, like just come up with something, bro. We could be there all day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like all day. You all gave us 3 minutes. Oh my god.
Yeah, but you guys, but you all the teams pulled it off. They even with the counter, when I said y'all got 30 seconds, everybody wrapped it up, and you all got it out.
That too is impressive. Like hats off to the moderators and everything, and the panel people. But yeah, we're also people who just sit in our room and play video games sometimes. So us getting up on stage, good job, everybody.
Okay, cool. All right, so after that, this was at 12 noon now. This is 12 noon. We took our lunch break, and there were a variety of places that folks could go within the venue to grab something to snack on or drink or eat. We do know that there wasn't a lot of places to eat, right? Like to get meals. There were only a couple places where you could go get meals. There are a lot of places to get other stuff, like if you want to get ice cream and stuff like that, drinks. But we do know that there's some things we're going to do maybe next time that we're going to make that a little bit better for folks. But folks took a 1-hour lunch break for that period of time. And we are going to take a 1-minute commercial break real quick. And then when we come back, we're going to pick up on the second half of the show and talk to you guys about that. So hang with us. Thank you guys for being here with us. And we will be right back in just a hot second. Let's see. There we go. Welcome, everybody.
If you're still here. That means you were part of the elite squad.
Thank you. You can go ahead and give the speech. Go ahead.
No, that's all I wanted to stick in was we're just super thankful and appreciative that you made the decision to support the work of Soul Citizens. Griff and Fastcart put this thing together 5 years ago in order to create space and place for people to come together as a community from all different portions of the verse. And when you support that, you support the shows that we're doing, the shows that we're building, and that community work. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. And next week, we are going to be doing a show called What is Your In-Game? So you might want to tune in for that next week. We're going to be talking about what in-game is like now and what we're hopeful that in-game will be for each one of the people that will be on the show next week. So hopefully you guys will be able to join us for that. And we're going to jump back into the show right about now. Alrighty. We are back. We are back. We are back. And once again, thank you guys for being here with us. Appreciate everybody who's here, especially those of you who were at Quantum Vegas a week ago. Hope you guys have recuperated. Hope you guys had a great time. It was a very busy weekend for all of us, but we really appreciate you supporting. And by the way, there are some of you out there who did not come to the event. We know you didn't, but we also know that you bought a ticket or you donated and you supported us in a financial way. Without you, this event would not have been possible. And we don't want you to think that we forgot about you. So thank you so much. We appreciate the fact that some of you took that chance and said, hey, this thing sounds cool. We're going to see if we can support them in a very special way. And it paid off. Every bit you did made this event a very special event for everybody that participated. So thank you so much for that. Let's jump back in. Next up was our trivia and giveaway period. This went off for about 30 minutes. One of the things that we were very fortunate to do, blessed to do, was have very generous sponsors. And we had over, I know numerically, it came out to over $10,000 in giveaways that we did over that weekend. We gave away, CIG alone gave us 33. They gave us 35 ships to give away over that day on Saturday. They gave another 10 ships away at the Bar Citizen the night before. And
I won none of them.
You won one of them?
None.
Okay, you didn't win any. Okay. Okay. Well, what I can tell you is this, and maybe, I don't know, Gomab, I'm going to ask Gomab and Yo-Yo if you all noticed it, or Pops or Fist if you all noticed it. Did you notice that the prizes got better as the day went on? Did you guys catch that or no?
Yeah.
Of course, because that PC when it came up, I was like, come on.
Yeah.
Spin that wheel. Like, yeah, damn it.
Yeah, we started out with, I don't remember what the first ship was. It was a raft or something like that. But it incrementally went up in dollar value with each of the giveaways as we went along. And it wasn't just ships we gave away. CIG also brought some what they considered rare items that you just can't put your hands on anymore. Did any of you all get any of those like really strange items they had, like the Chinese New Year coins or anything like that? Nope. Nobody got those?
29 did not show up at all when the wheel came
Oh,
up.
are you serious? You really? Oh my God.
I was like, man.
Wow.
They rarely went to the 200s, and that's where a lot of us were.
Yeah.
Really?
It was pretty much like in the hundreds.
Yeah, a lot of the numbers seem to land like around the same number. I know that Nick, whenever someone would win, he would pull the number from, you know what I mean, from the wheel so that it wouldn't come around a second time. But it did seem like a lot of those numbers were kind of hovering, I don't know, between 130 and 170 or something. I don't know.
So the guy who had 140 actually won 3 times.
Yeah, because he won the wheel, and then he won one of the trivia things, right? And then
when they reset the wheel, he won the computer.
Oh, that guy!
They reset the wheel.
That guy made out like a bandit.
Yeah, they reset the wheel before the computer. Right?
Oh,
so they removed
that's right. Because they for the last one they made it so that everybody was back in. That's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
Won 3 different times.
Wow.
On that.
And it's funny that 140
so
will mean something for him.
I hate him, but I'm happy for him.
140 will be like a trigger number for us for the rest of our lives.
Wow.
My head. Every time I see the number 140, I get a little bit of anxiety now.
Right?
Wow.
I was clutching my coin. I was like 1029. It's like, jam. Didn't come up. I was waiting for Pops to come up 034. I was like, damn. It was just rough.
Wow.
It was good.
It
was good. It's nice that they trickle in the trivia.
Yeah.
I almost oversaid in the chat. 141, a lot of live that night.
That's why I just wish going forward, when somebody won the trivia, we should pull their number and then manually take them out of the wheel.
Just so you'll know, we had our recap yesterday with everyone, and that one was on the list of things. We had it set for the wheel, but we didn't have it set up for the other stuff. And you're absolutely right. We should have made that as a clear announcement at the beginning, that one winner per the day. And so, but again, what were the odds?
Not only that, but
odds of somebody winning 3? Yeah, go ahead.
We also want to make it a lot more visible.
Yeah.
So that people can see the numbers that have won in a certain category, like the wheel on the side, see them physically pulled out. Right. So people feel better about knowing that they're among the folks that are left.
Right.
But it was a great system, though. It was a great system, and I love that. Yeah. I love and it fit with the Quantum Vegas theme, right? Where it's the roulette wheel.
Yeah.
You know, it was it was very exciting.
Yeah.
And it felt like every other time I go to Vegas when I leave and I didn't win anything. At least this time I didn't have to put $100 on the table.
Yeah. Well, it was really funny, the excitement that people had whenever wheel came up, right? Whenever Nick said, let's do the wheel, and then people just screamed the wheel, you know. Everybody was pumped up about the wheel.
I just a big shout out to Nick for that. And Nick, if you're out there, can you give me 140's address, please? I appreciate it. I gotta send him that that PC.
So Nick did a good Pops.
Now I just wanted to say this is for CC, because every time they yelled the wheel, CC was already getting it ready, and everybody just yelling the wheel.
The wheel.
CC was like,
he was ready, but he was ready. He was ready.
Yeah, he was ready.
Yep, he was ready. So you guys will know one of the games that Nick brought, which was really fun. It was that people really enjoyed, was The Price is Right. And he caught everybody off guard because he said, you'll have to call out. He would show a picture of a ship and say, you got to tell us how much it costs. But then he would say in AUEC. And it spun everybody's brains, right? Because everybody knows how much the cash price is for ships. But when he went to that UEC thing, folks were bidding $1, right? Because they didn't know what the price was. It was really funny. But he had a really good time doing that, him and Galactica. Also, as we mentioned earlier, Commander Fran from Beacon Events from Belgium came to the event, and he helped us get one of the sponsors, which was Thrustmaster, and they were able to donate the new Solar joystick. And so we were able to give that away, along with some other items that came from Pigeon Spaceport. And it was just really great to have him there. He was just, and unfortunately, he fell ill later in the day and had to leave, but he did hang out with us throughout the weekend. And so, once again, I hope you're feeling better. Francois, I hope you are feeling better. And again, it was great to have you join us here in the States for this event. It was really, really nice to have you there. Again, Nick and Galactica ran this part of the show for 30 minutes doing giveaways, and this was a real fun time for everybody. Was there anything else special we gave away other than ships and those items? Oh, we gave away Icon Cities, the Stream Deck, right? The Elgato Stream Deck, Icon City stuff. What,
the
Meg?
Monster Tech Fair?
We announced it. We announced it during the lunch break, right? We announced it during the lunch break, and that's when we told people it was going to be coming up. And that was what we gave away toward the end. We're going to talk about those big prizes at the end, because that's when everybody was kind of pumped up, was at the very end. Okay. Okie dokie. All right. So the next session after this, interesting session. This is where we went to community, and Starjump Grim did a presentation called the Starjump Shipyard. And one of the things that we initially asked him to do was to create it was supposed to be where the audience was going to help, and they were going to build an Anvil capital ship. That was like the original idea, because the community has been like asking for Anvil capital ship forever. But he had some concerns because the software that he uses is fairly powerful to do shipbuilding, and he didn't want any type of technical hitches like a crash or something like to happen during the live show. So instead, he opted to make a presentation about the direction that Star Jump Station was going to be going into. And so serious fun once again on the stage. Had some interview time with Grim. And Sirius, you want to talk about that a little bit? What took place during that?
Yeah, I mean, that was easy. You know, I think I started the session by saying, you know, we are all better off for having folks like Star Jump Grim in the community doing the things that they do and doing the things that he does, and that applause was raucous for that truth. And then I really got out of his way and let him really talk about various tools and things that he brings to the table and how people can use it. And given the fact, you know, we've done some surveying and feedback for the folks that are in attendance, and there were several first-time, new-time players to this. They were new to Star Citizen, and I think that they got a lot of value from that in terms of knowing that there's a tool set out there for them that can do these types of things, as well as folks who have been veterans with the tool got to see some of the nuances and things that it does that maybe they didn't know about. So he talked about a lot of those things in an integrated way with video, and I thought as a result the session went well. But I'd love to hear from folks who watched it how they felt about it.
He did drop a hint about something new coming out too, didn't he? Didn't he talk?
Working on something. I forget what.
Yeah, because they talked. Wasn't it the fleet thing? It was the fleet thing and something else. I thought he talked about, because he showed how he does the ships, but there was something else that he talked about. I can't remember.
Yeah, you'll have to watch the session.
Okay.
I believe he's talked about Starfab, right?
I was running around busy. I don't remember.
Me too. I agree, but
I
I believe
we drop it on Wednesday.
Okay, yeah, we're dropping on Wednesday, but it's worthwhile. I'll put it to you this way: Paul Shelley's comment after the weekend was that he felt that Grimm's session probably had some of the best stuff in it out of the day. You know, so I got to watch it myself. Like I said, we were running around, so I didn't get a chance to see it. Okay.
Yeah, I think it went, from audience perspective, I think it went really smooth. I think what was up on the projector, it matched with what he was talking about.
Okay.
So I don't know what his view was, but there was a really nice flow.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear.
Mesmerized by the stars movie.
Gomab, you might want to clarify. Yeah, you might want to clarify that a little bit. Yeah, the room that we were in was a very visual room. Yeah, and I hate to say it, Gomab, now that you mentioned it, I was actually paying attention to the fact that the stars would go in, then they'd stop and come back the other way a few times myself, which is kind of crazy that I would notice that. getting mesmerized by the room while you're sitting there trying to listen to a session. But again, Grim is a very wonderful person and very giving. The posters that he donated for the event were literally donated. He just said, I got a few posters I'm going to send. And next thing you know, it's like, I sent 300 posters. I'm like, dude, what the heck? And everybody seemed to enjoy it. I haven't seen the posters. Are they cool, Meg? Because I hadn't even seen one.
Yeah.
They are?
I have it right here. I don't know if you want me to show it or not.
Yeah, you can show it. Yeah, you can show it.
Do sideways. This is the one with all the ships on it.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And then this one.
Oh, that was the other one. That's right. I forgot he had the other one, right?
Is it upside down?
Yes. No, something. There you go. Nice. Oh, yeah. He had to put his Kraken on there. Yeah, he had to put his Kraken on. He loves the Kraken. All right, cool.
There might have been more too. Those were the only ones I saw.
Well, those were the ones. Yeah, that was it. Those were the two that he brought. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Okay. After Star Jump Grim, let me make sure I'm getting my photos here correctly. And once again, I don't have a photo of this, but we are going to show a picture of it in a little bit. Nate Ellis of EE Studios did a presentation that was entitled The Art of Star Citizen Machinima. And he once again also talked about the impact of machinima in the Star Citizen community. And he also gave a demonstration on how he literally creates these wonderful pieces of art that we've seen, not just him, but anyone in the Star Citizen community. One of the things that unfortunately we didn't get to do was he did have a second video that was kind of showing you how to use the camera in Star Citizen, but because of our time constraints, we couldn't show that video. But he spent a lot of time on this and had a really nice presentation on making machinima. He does have that video on YouTube, so look up EE Studios if you want to see both his camera one as well as the one that he presented for this. They are on their channel on YouTube. Let's see. After that, we did what we call the Quantum Vegas Machinima of the Year Award, $29.95 Machinima of the Year Award. And it was done in a way that recognized many of the content creators who'd made machinima from back in the earliest days up till today. So we did the awards. There were 4 sets of awards that we did. One was called the Pioneer Award, which for content creators who made videos from machinima from 2016 to 2018. There was the Scion Award for those who made machinimas between 2019 and 2021. There was the Vantage Award for those who made machinima between 22 and 23. And then the Machinima of the Year Award, which is called the Excel Award, was given out for 2024. And basically, there were some judges who had been looking at these videos over a 4-week period during the month of, I can't remember if it was April or May, were those judges that are people from our community who have some industry background, as well as some people from outside of our community that I had take a look at these videos. And they basically scored these machinimas on a 10-point system, which was done ahead of time. But then also during the month of May, we opened up the opportunity for the community to vote for the machinimas and view them. And they also casted votes toward these videos as well. And then on the day of the event last Saturday, the live audience there voted for the machinima that they liked the best for the 2024 year award. And let's see if I make sure I'm looking at everything correctly here. The machinima awards were opened up with Fastcart and Kim, giving a little background history on machinima and the impact of it that it's had in the Star Citizen community. There's Fastcart. If you guys wonder if Fastcart memorized all that stuff, no, he had the help, like all of us did, of a great teleprompter from LA Teleprompters who helped us out tremendously.
Can I give a shout out to the person who made that possible, because that thing helped a lot.
Yeah.
I could not imagine.
Yep.
Could not imagine trying to do this thing without it. So
yes.
Thank you for the person who donated that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Chris was very gracious. And by the way, he is a part of the Star Citizen community. And he contacted us like a month and a half beforehand, and we were like, oh, I don't know if our budget can afford it. And he contacted me, talked to him like the week before. And he's like, well, what do you need? And I said, well, this is what we need. And he just donated it. And he just set it up and hooked us up and made things, to your point, Gomob and Meg made everything look professional. It has really made a big difference. And people in the community are wonderful folk. DePoets and Paul were also on stage with Fastcart at one point, introducing some of the other segments during the awards. And then finally, last but not least, there were the achievement awards were done to those who had been in the past. But we did give an award for what we consider the Quantum Vegas Award, which we would love to do each time we do this. And that award ended up going to Nate Ellis of EE Studios. His machinima was against 2 other machinimas. His machinima won in the end. That's him holding the award there backstage. Serious fun protecting the award for us behind him in security. But he was very, very happy and very proud to be able to participate in this event, as well as because he also gave one of the presentations that day as well. So once again, congratulations to him for the hard work. And many of you guys know the work that EE Studios has been putting out for quite a while. There was also a special achievement award that was given out to Zark Media because of they have created a community of content creators who do machinima that not only for those who understand machinima, but it's also a community for people who want to learn how to do it as well. And so we gave a special recognition award to Zark, Oliver Zark. And he also sent in an acceptance speech that we showed, which he did in context of the game, which was really cool. There was a live action photo of him talking to his animated version of him. And it was a lot of fun to see that. So once again, Oliver, to you, I know you were out here watching a little while ago. Congratulations. And we're very happy for you as well. What did you guys think about the Machinima Awards? Yeah, go ahead, jump in.
Well, real quick question: how heavy was that award? Because he lifted that, it looked like it had some heft to it. So I was curious. I never got a chance to feel it or to touch it.
Those awards are crystal awards. They're heavy. They're legitimate awards. They're very nice awards. They are very nice awards. Let me see. Where is it? I think I've got one up here. Yeah, I've got one here. If I can take it out, give me a second.
Whenever you see one of them Murder She Wrote shows,
that's
a murder weapon level award.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That tells me all I need to know. Thank you.
Yeah, it's one of those awards. If you hit somebody with this, they're not getting back up again. I can tell you that. This is, and you probably won't be able to, when it's in the case, it's kind of hard to see. So I'm going to try to take it out and get my fingerprints all over it. But let's see if it's class. So I don't know if you can see it, but that's it there.
Oh, you're holding it in front of you. You can see it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if I stand up, you see it against the black, but that's it there. It's a pretty hefty award, and it is inscribed and everything. And so we had these, written up with the person's name and everything, and we've shipped out their awards to them. So once again, congratulations to them. And these were Soul Citizens, because Soul Citizens has been, particularly with fastcart over the years, we have highlighted Community Machinima. This particular section was sponsored by Soul Citizens. And so you guys are part of that. So, give yourselves a round of applause for celebrating Machinima in the Star Citizen community. Okay. Let's see, where are we at now? Yeah.
We wanted to get comment from Gomab or Yo.
Yeah.
What's like?
Yeah.
Which part?
Just the Machinima Awards. Were you guys okay with it? The recognition awards and stuff.
Look, I love the Machinima, man. I love the artistry of it, and I think it was a hard choice because they were both they were all real quality. But no, I loved it.
Yeah, I am not extremely familiar with Machinima, so that was actually a really neat I don't know if you call it a panel, just section of the day. Getting to watch all of the different ones for each award. Same with like my friends that were in the row as well. Like we were actually like, wait, who should we vote for? Yeah, and I actually am interested in looking at more Machinimas too after that, because there are definitely some talented people that are able to come up with the scripts and record all the shots to make it come out well. Like there are things I feel like you have to do. Probably like I'm put myself in the game, in the scenarios that they're filming, and I'm like, how many shots did that take? How many times did you actually have to run that same thing to get it to come out how you wanted it to? Because I'm sure some of these people are particular about what they want it to look like. So yeah, that was pretty freaking cool. I'm not gonna lie. Free movies we were watching during that.
Yeah, I can't tell you the number of people who come up to me and say, I didn't know Star Citizen even had Machinima after that. So it was pretty cool. It introduced people to a new media. You're muted. You're muted.
Who's
I'm
talking?
not muted.
Yeah, the answer to that question, Meg, is you got some Kubricks out here in the Machinima community. They will run it back 50, 100 times till it looks right, feels right? And there ain't nothing wrong with that, right? There ain't nothing wrong with that level of creative focus because it produced the stuff that we saw. But yeah, there's some intensity around that. People trying to do it right and do it at a high level. So yeah.
Agree. Yeah, it inspired me. I would probably have to say EE Studios actually inspired me to actually me and Pops to get into it and work on some of the things that we're trying to do. You know, just being able to look at how the way they've dealt with just the frustration of the game, as far as to be able to do something. Episode. And that's one of my favorites out of Love Dead Robots. So I had a very close eye as I was watching it when they did it, and they pulled it off.
Yeah,
with the shots that they did.
They did. Yeah, I think we got a great appreciation. You know, we've been, like I said, fastcart's been running these videos for years, literally. And for those of you, if you are interested, if you guys are part of our Discord channel, we actually do have a channel that is there just with community machinima that goes back quite a while. So if you want to start someplace, there's a lot of great machinima and many of the candidates here. I was going to mention about Lynn's Nation earlier because the question came about, did Lynn's Nation win anything from I Got Pesos? And unfortunately, I Got Pesos, one of the difficulties is there were only, there's so many contestants, so much good work out there. Some of the pieces are 3 minutes long. Some of them are an hour and a half long. And this was kind of a testing the water to see how well an event like this would take place, because we didn't know if anyone had ever done a recognition award for machinima. And because it was fairly successful and people seem to enjoy it, we're looking forward to fine tuning it better so that people can submit next time. And we're going to have better criteria. We're going to have a better group of judges. And that way it'll be much more open. The other thing is that nobody knew who this was in the beginning. So, you know, soliciting, nobody knew to even to submit things. And as you know, there's just so much machinima out there. So we will make it much more open and people will be able to hopefully know about it next time so that they can submit instead of us trying to go out there and find stuff. But yes, we were very much aware of Lynn's Nation. But again, we just could not do everyone, especially because we had 1 hour and there's hundreds, if not dozens of content creators out there. And hopefully we'll get more folks in next time. Okay.
For people who missed the Machinima Award, I put the link in chat so y'all can check that out.
Mm-hmm. And actually, I'm going to recut that because that was a cut that I did just to get it out, but I'm going to recut it into a better cut than that one. So I don't know if I wanted to refer that one, but we'll let them look at it.
It's already out.
Okay, so now we can come back to part 2 of the Mission Builder Showdown. And now we can let Meg kind of talk a little bit more freely about the process of what took place. And Meg, we're going to pick up from where you guys left off at. You were given your assignment to create a mission. You all went back in the back during lunchtime, and part of the other time during the trivia started. You were given some markers. You were given some butcher paper and this long roll of paper, and you guys had to create this mission. So why don't you go ahead and talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so I was a little late to come back from food, so my teammates already come up with the basic idea. I can't remember the breakdown of it all, but I think it was like background was the first thing we were to go over, and then it was
you had to determine whether it was like a group thing or solo thing, right? Or PvP,
right, yeah,
PvE,
like
something like that.
PvE, PvE with a little bit of PvP or PvP, and we decided PvE with a little bit of PvP, which I'm pretty sure that's what like everybody did, which was surprising to me. But yeah, then we just started coming up with ideas, trying to make it flow, had some pictures, and then we went up on stage and presented to the 5 people.
You're supposed to do like a 3 to 4 minute pitch,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, and it wasn't me who was giving the pitch. I was holding, thankfully. I'd be stumbling. But yeah, I was actually a little bummed because the first team that went up and did.
Yes, he did. So okay.
Uh-oh.
We lost the stream here.
Okay. Yeah, no, I just reset. Yeah, I just rechecked it. Yes, we're back. Yeah. So yeah, you know, and it was. Don't get me wrong. It was tough, right, Meg? To like 3 minutes, try to get all of that in as best as possible. And basically, what you guys did was what is the equivalent of a movie pitch. If you've got an idea for a film and you're standing in front of a producer, you get like 3 minutes to tell the story. And if you haven't captured them in 3 minutes, it goes in the garbage can a lot of times. So you guys did a great job. You all really did, and everybody made it like all the way through to their rewards, which was really awesome.
Again, like I'm really impressed by that because like we weren't prepped for this, like you know, beforehand. We came up with it, and we're still able to. And so with those speech classes in high school,
there you go, it paid off, right? There you go. So what they did was they had to stand in front of 3 people from CIG. It was Sean, Tracy, Galactica, and Tyler. And then it was Paul Shelley and Serious Fun from the community. And they had to pitch these mission ideas to them. And then the folks out there would kind of give them their comments on what they liked. They thought this was cool, blah, 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 blah. And then the audience got to vote and pick the group that they felt did the best mission. And lo and behold, Meg's team won, right? Woohoo! So Meg's team won. And so, by the way, I will tell you a little secret, Meg. Remember I said how things throughout the day built as far as the giving of stuff away? So originally, everybody was going to win something. You guys didn't know that in the beginning. I'm sure everybody thought only the first team was going to win something. So we had to set up that all 3 teams were going to win something. So originally, the 3rd place team was going to win Geo Atlases, right? I'm sorry. Atlases. The 2nd place team was going to win Geo Atlases, and then the 1st place team was going to win what you guys won, right? CIG came back and said, let's make it a little bit better. So they gave the 3rd place teams Gladiuses. No, was it No, Intrepids. Intrepids. They all got Intrepids with LTI. All 3 people did. Then the 2nd place people all got Gladius's LTI. And then tell everybody what you guys won. All 3 of you all won.
We each got a Star Lancer tack.
Woo! So they hooked them up. They hooked them up. So, yeah. Did you already have one? Probably.
No, I did not. No.
Really?
No, it was not on my radar. It's a really cool ship. Like, I'm pretty impressed with it.
Yeah. Hey, when it's free, I'm always impressed. So that's great.
Honestly, I would have been happy with the Intrepid. Seriously, I love the Intrepid.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
just like I said, like we went there for the event, not to win things. That's at least my mindset. So just the fact that we were able to participate and do something like that was super cool. Random people, but like even our team, we didn't agree on one of the things, and it was I thought that was a really cool experience because 3 people, like probably we each want to do what we want to do,
right?
But we still like figured it out. Good. And obviously, like for the right reasons, we won. So yeah, it was a really cool experience
because you got all kinds of people in the community, right? And so you got all kinds of people who come to an event like this. And some people were coming up to me at the table. I don't know if fastcart got any of this, but people were coming up at the registration table saying, well, the mission builder thing, is CIG going to take it? Is it going to be in the game no matter what? And I was like, well, we're just a community event. We can't make CIG do anything, right? But they're here. So, enjoy building out something that's interesting if you end up in it, and I think that's what the different teams did is I think they had some fun with it. How did you experience Danny Raymond from Ray's Guide? Was he a good guide to get you all started? Did he get out of the way enough? Was it mostly your team's energy? How did that work?
Yeah, that was great. I feel like we only talked when we were setting up the teams and then talking afterwards. So he definitely got out of the way with the process of like setting or figuring out the mission itself and writing everything down. But
good.
I feel like we had proper guidance. I mean, we're adults. We think we figured it out. Yeah, I think it was simple enough that I was like, just go for it. And
that's cool.
It was pretty good. He did a good job.
That's cool. That's good to hear. Okay. I want to give out shout outs to Radio Rice and also AAK625. I know who that is. Good to see you all here. I'm sorry we missed you all when you all followed. Thank you for the follows. We appreciate you guys being here. Okay. Way to go, Meg. Congratulations again.
Congratulations.
So then we were reaching our final session. This was our very last session that we did. This is with Paul Shelley and Tyler Whitkin, Xylo. And their session was commitment to community. And this was originally going to be like a 40-minute session where Tyler was going to talk about what it meant to be a community manager, things like, how did he get to be a community manager? And all these sessions were also giving insight on the people. It was also finding out how they got started and their background. And like Sirius, you mentioned earlier about Sean Tracy talking about how he had gone to Afghanistan, what got him into gaming, the fact that he had made a Mech Warrior mod, a whole bunch of other stuff. So we learned a lot about the people themselves. But then we expanded this session more because Sandy Roberts said that she was going to join us. And so for I think we did about maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes with Paul and Tyler talking. And then after that, I joined them on stage along with Sandy Roberts. And we made it a 4-person conversation. And this was because Tyler and Sandy work very much hand in hand when it comes to the community. As many of you all know, Sandy, when she's a co-founder of Cloud Imperium, but her main work in the early years was marketing. And communicating with the community. And so she and Tyler, therefore, have worked together even to this day very much on this. In fact, when we were pitching the idea of doing Quantum, this had to go to Sandy, and Sandy was one of the first people who kind of said yes to this thing in the sense of they thought it would be something that they would like to participate and be in, and had been keeping an eye on it as we were developing it, and told us that that she would possibly be coming to the event. And so over the months and months and months of getting this together, we finally forged this thing at the end to say we're going to have this panel of just talking about marketing, Sandy, future of the community. There were a lot of questions that were asked here. Serious Fun had some. He was the one who going through Slido and finding out what the community wanted to ask. Which, from my understanding, they were asking some really interesting questions that people were. Is that right, Serious? That people were saying at this point.
I was scrolling effectively past some of the stuff that, number one, I wasn't going to ask, and number two, some of these people, they wouldn't have asked if they weren't trying to make me ask it, right? But there were some really insightful questions as well. Right?
Yeah.
There were some really insightful questions.
Yep. And so it was a really good time of closing out the show with them in particular, just talking about Star Citizen, the future of it, and how marketing. And there were some questions we asked, and you'll see once again when the session comes out for this, tune in for it, because we do ask questions about what is marketing's role. Are they the ones that determine when certain things come out? So if you want to learn what the answers to that from CIG are, which I know a lot of you all have often wondered, much of it was answered during these sessions. So when this video comes out, probably next weekend, this video will be out and you guys will be able to see what CIG's responses were to that.
Just a real quick, I'd just like to jump in and say that one of the things that Gomab said early on about how, his experience, the experience of people around them, was that the event was of quality and the flow was professional, et cetera, et cetera. This was the type of thing that we were trying to connote to CIG all the way through the run up to this event. But from CIG's perspective, they don't know us like that, right? Mm-hmm. This was brand new, right? It hadn't been done before. And my guess is probably a lot of people come at them with a lot of things that say that it's going to be a lot of ways, and it doesn't end up being that way, right? So the whole time, just to give you a little behind the scenes, the whole time, folks like myself and Griff and CC, we're hoping that somebody that the community knows as sort of being in the lead of things, a Chris Roberts, a Sandy Roberts, a Benoit, will be able to make it to the event, right? But I think CIG at first is hesitant, and rightly so, to my point, right? To sort of make that commitment early on. But as they worked with us, and as they saw what was happening, and as they saw the way the community was rallying around, somebody coming out with thousands of dollars worth of teleprompter equipment just because they want to support the event was the right type of energy that was happening. around this thing that Griff had visioned and that we were helping to bring into fruition. And so, you know, it happened late, but it happened, I think, at the right time, because I think they began to have the real confidence that this was going to be what we said it was going to be, right? And so I know there's more about who showed up, and we'll talk about that later. But I think I just wanted to share a little bit of the behind the scenes, because we were always hoping for that. We knew it was going to be a good event, whether that happened or not. But I think it was a little bit of icing on the cake, experience-wise.
Yeah.
Question for sure, one before we move on. So you're looking at the Slido app and all the questions. Can you give me a ballpark figure of how many questions there were?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, probably about 100 questions. Right?
Okay.
And so what we're doing on the fly there is, you know, we're moving past the questions that we're just not going to ask, right? And then we're looking at themes of questions to see if there are questions that are sort of 5 or 6 takes on essentially the same question, right? And we tried to ask some of those. If there was a really insightful question, and then we already had questions that we had talked to CIG about,
right?
So that they sort of knew what was going to happen. They knew that there was a set of questions that they had seen, and then they knew there was going to be some organic stuff that popped up, right? And we tried to make that make sense.
Yeah. And to the point, I don't want you all to think that, you know, a lot of times when people think we do stuff like that, like they're loaded questions. They literally took, I submitted 10 questions for Sandy Roberts. They took all 10 of them. There wasn't any question that they said, no, we don't want to talk about that or whatever. Now, when we screen the questions based upon the normal thing that CIG says, that we don't ask people questions that don't have anything to do with what they do. So many of the questions that came up, like I Got Pesos just said, was like, they want to know about the Bandu Merchantman. Sandy's kid doesn't know when the Bandu Merchantman's coming out. So many of the questions that we didn't read off were because people were asking these questions that didn't fit into the areas of marketing or community relations. And so we don't want you to think that, oh, we just blew past 90 questions. We really were asking people to ask things that were appropriate so that they could get answers. And here's the other thing. CIG knows what to answer. We don't have to babysit them. They do this all the time. So if there was a question that was too far out of the box, they'd probably say, well, we can't talk about that, or we can't answer that. So we were also working with them to make sure that they could answer questions more than saying no. We wanted people to be able to ask questions so that they could get some answers from them, and they did, and they did that during the session. Okay, all right.
Yeah, so the curation was you know, fastcart to your question. The curation was really about who we were as the type of event that the type of questions we wanted to post. Than it was about CIG, you know, to Griff's point, telling us what we can and cannot ask them. That really wasn't the case.
Yeah.
And nobody should feel bad. Y'all, look, Cap didn't even pick my question. You know, okay? Look. My question.
And Gomab let me know too. He's like, sir.
That's all right. I had a great one-on-one conversation with Sean Tracy. I'm not even going to talk about what we talked about. I'll just.
But you're happy. But you're happy with your conversation you got,
I'm
right?
happy with the outcome of the conversation. Stay tuned. If it happens, I'll be the first to be like, "That was
me." That's good. That's good. All right, then we get to our closing. After that session, we had a period of acknowledgments, thanking people. We had Galaxtica and Nick come back up to do some more giveaways. And Meg mentioned this earlier. This was the culmination of the day. So there were some, I think we gave away things like I don't remember what it was now, but I'm trying to remember what CIG gave away, but it was leading up to a certain dollar amount. And some of the items that were given away, I think I might have a photo. Yes. So CLX was one of our sponsors. CLX, as you guys know, maybe you don't know, CLX also provides some computers for Cloud Imperium Games. And they built a custom Quantum Vegas rig for the event for us. And this was also something that was done as a giveaway, a gaming rig. I don't remember what the specs were on it right now, but it was a pretty decent rig. I wish I had the video one of it because the lights all glow and do all types of really cool stuff. CC Creator, thank you so much. You're supposed to be on vacation. we appreciate you as always subscribing.
When I was at the registration table, people who were not even part of Star Citizen came up and took a picture of it. So that thing was cool. So,
yeah,
it was like all day long people would come up and say snap and then walk away.
Yeah, we were surprised when they contacted us and asked us to send our logo and stuff that they would make it as a custom rig. So it was very nice of them to produce that for us. Also, as I mentioned, we had everyone come up on stage. We acknowledged all the speakers and the hosts that were there, the people that worked in the background, like Fist and Pops, who worked on the show, all of the volunteers that we had who worked on the show. We also had some people who sponsored the show as well, which was really amazing. And I'll say it again because we're not going to make a video of this section, but I will publicly acknowledge a few people. One of them was Lefty from Test Squadron. Lefty provided the lunch meals for our crew and staff. Contacted us a few days beforehand and said, hey, I'll tell your people how many do you have. We're going to have some food available for them so that they can eat. So it was really great that our folks were able to go over and take advantage of that. So once again, to Lefty and those who may have helped him, we really appreciate the generosity that you guys showed toward the team that worked on Quantum. And then also another person who probably doesn't want me to mention his name. That person is Almost Over. He had contacted me a long time ago saying that he wanted to do something to help us. And I told him, well, just wait for a little while. Let's see how things go. And maybe we'll talk about it later if there's something we're in need of. And then he reached out to me again as the event got closer. And he opted to be the person that donated to cover all of the challenge coins that were given away for that event. And so, as you guys know, that's no small task. Beautiful coins that were created by one of our own in our community, Angry PC Tech. And so those were beautiful inaugural coins. Do you know what that is on the back? Gomab, you and Meg, did y'all figure out what it is on the back of the coin? The front of it has our Quantum logo. Do you know what it is on the back? If you had to take a guess.
2955.
Way to go. Go ahead, Meg. Say it. Look at that. Look at that. That should have been a trivia question, but that's exactly what it is. There are 2 dice on the back of it, and the thing says roll the dice, jump to the stars and roll the dice, and it has in Banu on the dice 2955. Meg, I am impressed. I am truly impressed. That is awesome. And they were numbered. They were also used for the raffles, so that people, that's where they got their numbers from, were on those coins. So once again, a shout out to Almost Over for providing very beautiful memorabilia and collectible item for folks that attended the event. Let's see. I do have an excerpt of something that took place that caught everyone by surprise. Let me put it on the screen for you right now. I think.
Oh, we have an important message.
All right, wait, say hello. Let's see if they can hear you.
Hey, hello, everybody.
Yeah. If you can, really quick, if you can, turn this mic up if possible. All right, go ahead, Chris.
What, my one? Oh, yeah. Hello, everyone. I wish I was there. It looks awesome. I've seen the pictures. The whole place looks awesome. Hopefully, they've been taking care of you. So, and Sean and Tyler and Sandy have been answering good questions.
Yeah, we confirmed all the release dates. Everything is good. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
It's 2 a.m. for Chris right now, by the way. All right, thanks, Chris. All you.
That was a nice little surprise.
So that was very cool. And it was 2 a.m. for Chris Roberts. You could tell he was half asleep. But it was nice that Sandy called him, and the folks got to hear him, and folks were very excited to hear his voice pop up as well.
Yeah, what was funny about that? People thought that was just a picture of Chris Roberts on Sandy's phone. No, that was really a video. That people were shocked when he started speaking.
Yep, absolutely. And then, of course, we did the traditional at the very end of the event, the one big photograph of everyone together that were there in the room. Actually, that's not everybody because the camera wasn't wide enough to get everybody. Sergeant Grimm is very clear to let you know that on the right side of that page, all they got was his crotch. We don't even see him, and there are more people to the left and right of this picture because of the depth of the stage. That's as far as I got.
Is this officially called Crotchgate? I'm just curious.
I don't even know where you even got Crotchgate from. I don't even know where that came from. But anyway, that's kind of
ban button. Damn it!
I know you'll find the ban button. Please go, Map. Find it.
Somebody beat me to it. Thank you.
Yep. One
I've
of the
been spamming all night. It doesn't matter.
one of the last things too was the fact that we got really good words from the folks at Cloud Imperium. They were very happy with the event because they felt that the community had really enjoyed the event. They enjoyed the venue, and again, our community was fabulous. Those of you who were able to come out, those of you who've just cheered us on, and you couldn't make it. We know some of you had other things going on. I had a dear friend who had to take his kid to college, couldn't come. Another person who had a family event. And so we know that if you could have been there, you would have been there. But we really do appreciate everybody who just kind of supported us throughout this event. And the question has come up, are we going to do it again? Will there be another one? And the answer to that is we don't know. We had our first big recap meeting yesterday, and we're talking about what it would take to do another event like this. If we'll do another event like this, we're very happy with what happened, and we're glad that the community is happy. And again, thank you all so much for all the support you guys gave us. But we're going to see. We're optimistic, but we're also paying attention because it takes a lot to make these events happen. And we hopefully will do it in a way next time that if we do it, it will be much better. And you guys hopefully will be able to join us. By the way, these events will always be intimate events. We're not trying to make this a citizen con. We are always going to keep it within the confines of people being able to connect with each other in the community, as well as connecting with folks from CIG. So we'll keep you guys posted on that as news goes on. Sirius, is there anything you want to toss in, and I'll let anybody else speak on the panel that I might have missed?
Oh, just thankful for those that supported the event however they could, whether it was word of mouth or buying a ticket even though you didn't make it, or coming out to the event, participating as a volunteer, participating as a crew member. We connected with Griff because Griff had a certain vision. CC creator Griff and I built on that vision, and I think what you saw and what you experienced was that vision, a large portion of that vision and how we wanted to do it. So it's very nice when you have something that's in your head, and then you're able to, like Griff was able to, sort of partner with other folks to get it out of his head and get it fully realized, right? For my part, I would love to do it again. The question is when and how, for me, but we'll see. Leave it at that.
Yeah, absolutely. Put it out to you guys last here. Fist, you got anything before we close out?
Yeah, I mean, three things, and I keep it quick. First of all, y'all did a lot of hard work. You, Serious Fun, CC Creator, appreciate y'all, and everybody on the crew who did their thing to make this thing possible, and including us, thinking of us to be a part of it as well. Second one is big shout out to Tyler for making me a part of the Legatus club. I'm unofficially a part of it. That don't mean I got all of the chips, but and number three is, Vegas has taught me that fastcart is not a morning person. That brother will tell you 5:30 I'll be there, and I'm like, okay, sure. We're downstairs at 5:20. 5:45, here comes fastcart.
Hey, but we still make it to the venue on time, though.
All right.
Just let me know fastcart is not a morning person.
I learned the same thing from my friend Anansi. I heard that it's called colored people time. So.
CP. Yep, CP time. CP time. Pops, anything you want to say before we close out?
In that old Sidney Poitier, Bill Cosby movie, if we can, let's do it again.
Okay. All right. Fair. Go Mob.
Hey, I just love seeing everybody. That's it.
Okay.
To me, it was about the community, and my community bucket was filled. So,
yeah. I was glad you made it. We missed you in the UK, so I'm glad you made it to this one. We really did miss having you with us in the UK.
Life be lifing, and so I had to move some pieces around on the chessboard just to make sure I got there to witness this. This was a priority. So
okay, we appreciate it.
Man, it's a fantastic event.
Good.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing everybody. Can't wait to do it again. Next time, to Quantum, to Vegas this time.
Fair enough. Thank you, man. Meg, how about you? Anything left?
Yeah, I'd say only thing I have left is that I feel like there was not enough time, which is always the thing with these events. Like, we could have kept going. It probably could have been another day. It probably could have been 3. I don't know. I mean, obviously, you only have so much to talk about, but I feel like we can talk for so much about so many different things. And yeah, community is always awesome.
Yeah,
and I'm excited for potentially another one. If not, I'm just always super grateful to get to see y'all in person and get to go to where y'all are. So thank y'all for real for putting this together. It went really well.
Yeah, thank you. And FC?
Yeah, I do have to make one small complaint. I wish that you could satisfy my demand for putting Skittles in the green room. Other than that, I want to give a shout out to Geo Get Money, Sub-Geo, and CC Creator who are on the Soul team but couldn't make it to the show tonight. I see you laughing over there. But I got to hang out with New Soul at Circus along with Central Stripe and her friend Clyde. It was great hanging out. We spent quite a bit of time together. I'm pretty sure that they're all sick of me at this point, but I had fun, so it was great, a great weekend. So thanks for having this idea, Griff. It was fun. It was good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, once again, thank you all again for all your support. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today on this Sunday. Fastcart, I don't know who we're going to set up a raid for, but if you can take a quick look for me, that would be great. And we can talk about what we do have coming up for next week. Let me turn that off. Got the wrong button there. As I mentioned earlier, next week we're going to be here with a show called What's Your Star Citizen In-Game? Right now, there's a lot going on. CIG just put out their new patch. Folks are playing it, having fun, having frustration, as always. Those two things go together. But we're going to be talking about when you're playing the game now, what are you out there trying to do? And a game that's being built doesn't work sometimes does work. And then what is it you want to be able to see Star Citizen be in the end when it's all said and done, when we get to 1.0, when the game is running very well? What is it that you see that you want to do as a player? So the people who are on the panel next week are going to be sharing their thoughts and ideas about how they manage through the game now and find some form of reward and satisfaction, and then talk about what they're looking forward to in the future. So hopefully you guys will be able to join us next week for that. We will look forward to seeing you all here with us because we will be back. Do we have anybody Fastcart? Do we have anybody to set up the raid?
I just put it in chat.
All right, I got it. All right. We are going to send you all over to Misty Meow. I have no idea who that is. Do this person? Oh, they do have a camera. Fabulous. All right. This looks like someone fairly. This says noob. So this must be someone who's new. Let's go ahead and send you all over to Misty Meow. When you get over there, let them know that you came over from the Soul Citizens. If you like what you see, of course, follow. Don't forget to keep your eye open for our sessions from Quantum that are going to be releasing this week. Visit Quantum Vegas on YouTube, and you'll be able to find those videos there. Don't forget, you can just check out the website, too, because we'll have links there as well. Again, to all of our guests and to the Soul Citizens who are here, thank you all for finding time to spend with us today and helping us review last weekend. And to my partners, Serious Fun and CC Creator, who I couldn't have done this without. And to all of the team, all of our team members, you know who you are. God, if I say names, I'm gonna blow it. But thank you all, because without you, as we told you many, many times already, the event couldn't have been possible. And thank you all for those of you who support us here at Soul Citizens. We're going to send you guys over to Misty. As always, please take care of yourselves, stay safe, and as always, as we tell you, peace, love, and soul. We'll see you soon. Take care. Ciao.